Welcome back, everybody. This is Old Guy Can't Game, and we are going to jump back into another episode of Timberborn. Let's go ahead and get into the game. Like everything's looking good on the OBS side. We'll go ahead and resume. All right, so what we are dealing with, or what we are looking to do now, is we want to start blasting a channel here. That way we can have a larger store of water right here. I am probably also going to, now that I think about it, put a tiny channel right there. That way we can try to keep as much of this stuff as green as possible for as long as possible. This is getting old over here. But to do our, and then the other thing we want to do is a large water pump, which is 400. We want to flip that. For some reason I thought that needed more. Anyway, we'll let these guys do their thing, do their beavery thing. And then once that's done, I might go ahead and put a little spiral down in and then do another layer of these. Matter of fact, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to pause those. Hit Control. Click to get all those? No. Shift click? No. I don't remember. I know there's a way to do that. To mass select and just pause them all. Pause. Alright, you guys are going to get those before I get a chance to undo them. Fine. Fine. Let's go ahead and do that. Flip, flip. And we are going to do the same thing again. There we go. Bonk, bonk. Again, what this will do is allow more water to build up here. We are just not building enough water right now. I prioritize that and that. Wood workshop, let's go. I'm gonna get those 3 in. At the very least, then I can drop the big straw down in there. That is the plan. Let's come over here. We're going to do that. We're not generating any gears. Where's our gear workshop? Right there? No. Our gear workshop is working. Just don't know where they're... Oh, they might be going up here. Oh, no, that's up it. So if I go into that. Oh, they're going to these. Let's pause you, because it's going to be a minute before we do a centrifuge. Let's build up some gears. Those are all built. Detonate those 3. Now, that'll give us a depth 3 right there. That'll do that right there. So now, if we come here to water, fluid dump, bad water pump, mechanical fluid pump. No, that's just we want this. Okay, that is a big mamma jamma. We also need to unlock triple platform. And High priority. High priority. And high priority. As we produce our explosives. All right. And then we need to extend our path right there. And high priority, high priority, high priority. All right. Boom shakalaka. All right. Gives us a nice deep hole right there. I mean, we could go one more. I mean, I don't know why we wouldn't go one more. Oh. All right. That's as deep as we can go. Boom. And hopefully this will help us start getting our water under control here. Because we clearly are not getting the job done here. We need more beds. I just noticed that. So we are going to do that right there. Then we can get in 3 houses. One, two, three. We can... Nothing we can throw in there. Throw in another one of those. And then those right there. And then this is quickly becoming one of my favorite items in the game is that actually no, let's not do that. Let's do a double on that stair right there. And then a regular stairwell. Then we can do that. See, this was poorly planned right here, so I got that void right there. I mean, we could throw a piece of... Well, yeah, we could throw a piece of dynamite right there. think they can reach it. All right. Let's high prioritize this. Pause and pause. Let's get that water. Get that water pumping. Get it pumping. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Hopefully, let's do that. Why are we not? Are we out of bad? We're out of bad water, I bet. We are. That's why we're not producing any more boomsticks. We got to get more bad water. And we already filled up all those beds already. We need, looks like we need more hospital beds. Could do another baked potato warehouse, maybe. More chestnuts wouldn't hurt. How far does he range? All the way back there? We'll do that. Chestnuts. Yeah. Getting to think you can't have too many chestnuts. Ba-bum, bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-bum. All right, now we're starting. Yeah, get over there, get those. Detonate those two. There we go. Cause a little bit of flooding. Little bit of flooding. Go ahead and let these go. This gives us a nice deep hole to work from. And then once all these are in, it'll actually store a fair amount of water even in a drought. Our biofuel is almost full. Let's see here. Science, we need 25 and 15 for the bot parts factory. Do that. There we go. And then we'll get those going. And then we will be on our way to producing bots eventually. We are going to need more beds soon. The constant struggle. We go that right there. We go right next to... No, we cannot. Well, we can, but we can't. And then... we have stairs up. Do something like that with a house there. A single there. And then let's do a couple regulars and a single. Then we have room to put stairs if we want to go up again. Which we probably will. But, alright, only a drought. Our waters are filling up finally. Go bonk. So again, what this will do is it'll keep water in the area longer. What's that? Oh, that's the maple syrup. The maple sizzurp. Our biofuel full? Pretty much. So now if we come over to here, that's our catalyst tank. Let's switch to the catalyst there. We'll start filling that up. Let's do bot chassis. Now, in theory, I should build 3 of these. And I will eventually. But for right now, we're going to just go with that. We exhausted... Nope, not quite. Do that. Water flow is pretty good up here. Oh wow, you can go more. Interesting. I am expecting a long drought. At least 7 days again. Probably 8 or 9. The metal. That is 4,000. Okay. Paths and structures. That is 1,000. Do 350, 550, 1,000. Yes, please. Rotate. Right there. Excellent. Now we have a double span. And then on top of that, we can do that. Here's the question. Do I want to windmill up here? I think I do. That's 1,400. That's 120. This is a better investment. All right. So now we were to do that. Yep. Or actually, no, wait a minute. Okay, now, if we were to... And... Yes, please. Okay. I think now then we can come in with power shafts. Shaft, shaft, shaft. We'll do that shaft at the very end. Just in case we get some silly goose trapped. Which I know never happens. Silly beavers never get trapped. But that should, assuming things, a weather vane or something. Speaker. This is a signal based on weather, power meter. Again, let's... How are we doing on the bot chassis? Where are they at? We have one. We have one. Oh, we have a population of 100 beavers. Very nice. Drought has started. All right, I feel pretty good about what we got going on here. Bunk. So, we could I mean, it would be the silliest thing. Do a spiral down in. kind of need a second gear factory. So I think we're going to do that. Or a second gear workshop. Where's that at? Right there. We can squeeze you in right there. All right. And then how are we on? Okay, we're right there. We have stairs. We can come across this way. Or even here. So if I were... to do... I think I need one more spot. 1,800, huh? I don't know if we're going to get in the way of the... Alright, let's look at our options here, people. Options. Okay. You know it would be less. There we go. And then vertical, vertical, vertical. And we will set that one as high priority. So hopefully they'll come in and start building all these now. Because we have plenty of logs, and these just take logs. Sometimes we don't need to be fancy. Like here, we kind of needed to be just short on planks. Do high priority, medium priority, or no, high priority as well. All right. Oh yeah, we have it. We have a drought going. Totally wasn't paying attention to that. We are starting to build up our dynamite. I think we will use part of that. Over here. 6. But that should go to take care of that. We have 2 extra beavers. That means we need 2 extra haulers. All right. Let that flow out. Flow into here. That'll flow into there. This will flow into here. A little bit more. Okay. Got 1.3 there. 0.35 there. That way we can get some water flowing out this way. Little bit. After this drought, we will detonate this dynamite over here. And then we do need to build more water storage eventually. Probably right here. Just waiting on planks there. We ready for a bridge review yet? Not quite. So what I would like to do is get these up and rolling as well. Okay, vertical shaft is that. Gonna do that. Let's make that top bit. And then what I might do... then... So I've got wood blocks to spare for days. We can do that. Or actually, let's do this right. Alright, now, let's build it in properly, nerd. Because one of the things we could do now is a gravity battery up on the top of these. And that one will be high priority. Oh, looks like we're out of water again down here. Go ahead and open that all the way up. We'll just go ahead and refill that. There we go. Sometimes I don't pay attention very well. Do, 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 do. Another 4.5 days. Should be okay. Would not mind coming in and blasting out this whole reservoir, though. And just make it super deep. Bring it all the way back to here. How would I go about doing that? Stairs. Stairs, stairs. Stairs. Don't know. But we will cross that bridge when we get there. Oh, we are coming up on an hour again. We're about to connect up over here. And once we do, then that'll end up tying in all the windmills and the geothermals. Matter of fact, I think we're going to do that. And now, we do this here. We could throw in one of these. Let's... you know what? Let's do it the way we were gonna. One of those, because we need planks for days. So let's get a couple plankers going up here. To where they will always be rocking and rolling. Do, 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 do. Slow and steady. That is the progress we are trying to make right now. All right, that one's almost built. Then that one will get built. We have... All right, we got 6 spot chassis built. Let's switch to heads. Heads, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Because then if we can get the bots going as well, we will be looking pretty good. 2 days, 3 days left. Refill everything. The deeper catch pole here seems to be helping with the flooding some. All right, and we are staying ahead of our water. All right. Homie is producing planks. Hopefully we can start getting ahead of the game on that. And we can fill all the... Once this is complete, we can fill this in with plankers and gears and whatever down here. Right now, our number one holdup is planks. We're just not cranking them out quick enough. So much so, I think we're going to turn... Nah, we'll keep you going. We're going to need those. So anyway, that'll get the planks going. Homies on the zip lines, flying around. We are About out of beds again. Because of course we are. Why wouldn't we be? We are at 3,000. Science. Pause. You. Did I ever set up? I did not. High priority. And high priority. Now those guys can come flying in, do their job over here. Samumu bad. Alright. Planks are going now, finally. Just need one more here. That'll finish that bridge, that side. Very good. Ba, 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 ba. You know, could do. Nuke that one. Vertical shaft. Ba, 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 ba. All right. Pretty soon we're going to have this all hooked up. Empty the last of that out. We do manage to at least keep our crops more or less alive. We have issues down here still, but we'll get that squared away soon enough. We almost used all of our water again. Could blast out a layer of dynamite here, which I think we're going to do. So why wouldn't we? There we go. That'll get a little more water up here in this upper basin. Look at that. Need to get a real civil engineer in here to do a bridge review. I'm pretty happy with that. We got the suspension bridge with the platform bridges here to build our utilities on. We can tap off of any of these here to build other things. What we don't have. Let's do that. And then that. Then levy, levy. And then that. Then that'll allow them to make sure that we can build those. And this we will put, I don't know. Something random like pine resin for the fun of it. Blueberry storage is full. All right. So now we are waiting on gears and planks still. That just needs a tippy tap. There we go. 10 cycles down. .8, 3, .8. Here comes the water. This one we could blast back that way. Or out this way. Doesn't really matter. I don't think, anyway. Those are all dead. Indeed. So if we were... dead birch, we don't really need them. Here comes the water. All right, you. Let's do that. We will build gear factories. Bot arms, how are we doing? Or bot heads? Have we not produced any yet? I know they take a while. Oh, we need gears, blocks, and... okay. Priority. Priority. Oh, we are over an hour. Well, we just survived the... we just survived the... whatchamacallit, the drought, so I think we are going to call it there. If you have liked what you have seen, feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. I have been Old Guy Can't Game. And if you dig the content, feel free to check out the other stuff I post up here. Anyway, I'd like to thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all have a terrific day, and bye now.